Formula One is booming. There's no hiding that Formula One is a sport full of money. From regular international travel and multi-million-dollar cars to fancy events, there's no shortage of cash involved. However, what about the Formula One drivers themselves? A successful F1 driver can expect to earn several millions of dollars from their team, with most aiming to score a high-paying contract with teams most likely to give them the best chance at a championship glory. With big earners like Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastien Vettel no longer on the grid, who are the new faces in 2023? Let's break down each driver's salary based on the current season. Note that these reported earnings are estimated basic salaries and don't take into account further financial opportunities. This includes wins, championships, or external business interests or investments. Unsurprisingly, Formula One's highest paid drivers are the ones that are expected to bring home race wins and challenge for world championship titles if their machinery is up to the task. Furthermore, drivers who may be past their outright sporting peaks may also be paid vast sums of money. This is due to their knowledge, experience, and marketability. However, for now, drivers' salaries are not included in the Formula One budget cap, meaning teams can spend however much they like in order to attract the best of the best in the world. Not all Formula One drivers are compensated equally. Salaries in Formula One can range from about $1 million to a mouth-watering $55 million. Despite recent talks of driver salary caps, Formula One has yet to impose any such rules, continuing to exempt driver salaries from team budget restrictions. Red Bull driver Max Verstappen addresses the issue before the 2022 Azerbaijan Grand Prix, saying the growing popularity of F1 racing should benefit everyone, especially drivers who put themselves at risk for fans' entertainment. Drivers also earn funds from sponsorships and brand endorsements. In short, driver contracts in Formula One are a complicated business, and no two are necessarily the same. Furthermore, drivers get performance-related bonuses for successful races. Bonuses aren't guaranteed, and this leads to drivers fighting hard for every WDC point. Drivers earn through a combination of salary, bonuses, and sponsorship. The better the driver performs, the better the sponsorship and bonuses. If a driver doesn't bring enough revenue to a team, they may be overlooked by someone who has a larger financial backing. With this, getting a seat in Formula One is just as competitive as getting behind the wheel and racing against the fastest drivers. Without Sebastien Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, and Mick Schumacher in the 2023 season, who are the new faces in the racing world? Here's what veterans and newcomers are earning. Driving for Williams, we bring you the American rookie, Logan Sargent. Logan is the newest face on the grid and will be replaced by Nicholas Latifi. Sargent will reportedly receive a $1 million salary this season from Williams. There are plenty of eyes on the 22-year-old becoming the first driver from the United States to compete in the F1 since 2015. We proceed to his Williams teammate, Alex Albon. The former Red Bull man has impressed Williams so far, and clearly, the team believes in rewarding him with a new deal despite finishing 19th in the standings. Albon will be in the blue of Williams and will reportedly earn $3 million. The Thai British racer showed his ability last season to extract the most out of a disappointing car. Alex will take on leadership roles in 2023. Next for Haas is Nico Hülkenberg. With Mick Schumacher proving to be an expensive occupant, Haas pulled the trigger and swapped him for veteran Nico Hülkenberg. The German has not had a full-time seat since 2019 with Renault, but has been keeping his eye on the reserve driver role at Racing Points. On his return to the grid, he will be picking up a $4 million season. His teammate Kevin Magnussen made a surprising return to Formula One, where he was just called in with a few weeks to go until the start of the 2022 season to replace Nikita Mazepin. He made a dream comeback with a P5 in the opening race in Bahrain. However, he has found life difficult. Since then, he is still worthy of his place on the 2023 grid. He outqualified and outscored his teammate last season and will aim to do that. He is currently worth $6 million. Moving on to AlphaTauri is rookie Yuki Tsunoda. Tsunoda was awarded for strong performances in his opening 2 seasons, with an extra year added to his AlphaTauri deal. Signed until 2023 season ends, Tsunoda is now a team leader. Despite entering his 3rd season in Formula One, Tsunoda remains on a $1 million rookie salary for 2023. The Japanese driver will be looking to impress Red Bull's second team as he looks to secure his future on the grid. His teammate Nick de Vries enters the 2023 campaign as a rookie. However, his motorsport experience will see him earn $2 million. The 28-year-old will be aiming to push his AlphaTauri teammate all the way in this debut season. We head to Alfa Romeo as we bring Valtteri Bottas. Having been in the shadow of Lewis Hamilton for years, Bottas made a move to Alfa Romeo in 2022. His move saw him given a role as the senior driver. Furthermore, he was given a multi-year deal rather than a rolling contract, meaning he could enjoy life with a little less pressure. As the deal ends in the 2024 season, he earns $10 million per year. His Chinese teammate, Guanyu Zhou, has been handed a contract extension by Alfa Romeo. However, it is set to expire at the end of 2023. The Chinese driver looks to make $2 million this season. Driving for Aston Martin is Lance Stroll. Despite being the son of team owner and billionaire Lawrence Stroll, Lance will earn a relatively small $10 million this season. Lance never finished in the top 10 of the driving standings. However, Aston Martin appears to have had a very competitive car for 2023. His teammate and the experienced Fernando Alonso is the oldest driver on the grid. However, Alonso is still one of the best paid, and his performance in recent years has certainly justified it. 2023 is a big year for Fernando, as he swaps Alpine for Aston Martin. The Spaniard reportedly took a $10 million pay cut to make it happen. Alonso will earn $20 million from the $30 million he earned at Alpine. Speaking of Alpine, we have Esteban Ocon. In his fourth season with the Renault-owned team, Ocon will earn $6 million. While his championship finishes of 12th, 11th, and 8th have been slightly underwhelming, however, all we know is that he's performed consistently for Alpine. For his teammate, Pierre Gasly, it's expected to be competitive between Alpine 2023 driver pairings, and their salaries reflect that. Gasly earns marginally less than his fellow teammate and countryman Ocon, with a $5 million salary, which is considered a boost from his former earnings. Next for McLaren is Lando Norris. The Golden prospect committed his long-term future to the working outfit in 2022. He signed a deal that would keep him at McLaren until the end of the 2025 season. Norris is young. However, he has shown enough in his short career so far for McLaren to hand him a whopping $20 million a year. The 23-year-old has the ability to become a force in the sport. His teammate Oscar Piastri is making his Formula One debut this season and will be replacing Australian Daniel Ricciardo. The rookie is currently on a $2 million deal for 2023. Moving to Ferrari is Charles Leclerc, with his place secured until the end of the 2026 season. Charles signed one of the longest deals in F1 history in 2019 when he signed a 5-year deal after just one season with the team. The deal will see Leclerc earn $23 million in total. His performance in 2022 shows why he's worthy of the trust. His salary makes him the third top earner in the 2023 grid. His teammate, Carlos Sainz, is also paid handsomely with $12 million revealed as his salary for the ongoing campaign. If Ferrari can improve their reliability and strategy in 2023, the driver payment could be a good investment. Inside Mercedes, we have the legendary Lewis Hamilton. For the first time in a long time, Lewis Hamilton will not sit at the top of the salary list. Hamilton's current contract keeps him on the team until the end of the 2023 season. Hamilton's ability, experience, and star power will see him earn $55 million this season. Hamilton also has a number of endorsements, including Tommy Hilfiger, Monster Energy, and Puma. However, with a new Mercedes deal in the works, it's not going to be long before Hamilton is back at number 1. His teammate, George Russell, will be paid $8 million in 2023. Termed as the next world champion, the young Brit could be in for a pay raise if he fulfills his potential. We close with the mighty Red Bull and the one-of-a-kind Max Verstappen. Verstappen has overtaken Lewis Hamilton to become the highest-paid driver in the sport. Following his maiden world title, Verstappen signed a new long-term deal with Red Bull that would keep him in the car until the end of the 2028 season. According to Forbes, the new deal will see Verstappen earn $40 million per year in base income, plus $20 million in bonuses. This puts him on a contract worth $60 million. His teammate Sergio Perez is set to make $10 million this season, making him the 6th highest paid driver on the grid. The Mexican finished 2022 with a career-best third-place finish and 2 race wins. There you have it. That is how much Formula One drivers earn. Compared to other sports, F1 drivers are some of the highest paid athletes in the world. So who is overpaid, and who deserves more? Will Lewis Hamilton reclaim his number 1 spot? Only time will tell.